Welcome to my channel. I am Liliana, one with a vision. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for the likes and the shares. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you all so much for sharing this video with someone who may need it if it's not for you. My message from God today is there's some people around you that feel like you move funny. They tell people that you move funny, that they don't understand how you're able to do the things that you do in life, how you're able to take care of your family and do the things that you do. But in our reality, it's really none of their business. These people are just nosy. They're nosy. They have a nosy spirit. They just like being in other people's business. It's actually none of their business how you take care of your family. But you worked very hard all your life. And they just don't know how you kept it together the way that you have kept it together. You may be a single parent. I feel like you're alone. Like you're not alone because God is always with you. But whoever you are, you're not in a relationship with anybody. You're a single mom or single parent or just single. But you keep it all together. You know how to manage life. And God has helped you through the rough times and things that you've been through. They don't know what goes on behind closed doors, or how hard you had it, the times you cried, the times you felt like you were not going to make it. Those people were not there. They were not in the home with you, so they don't know, but you made it. And every time you step out your door, they can't tell because you got it all together. You got it all to keep it all together. You know how to stay focused because God has given you that. You know how to get down on your knees and pray and put your faith and your trust in God. And He leads and guides you in the right direction. They're just jealous and envious and nosy, wanting to be in your business, trying to see how you doing this and how you paying your bills. What good is it for you to know all that information about somebody if you don't care? Then what's the point? You don't even care. They don't care about you. This is not done because they want to come help you or give you a helping hand. It's just to be nosy. And even if you were struggling or going through hard times or whatever your situation may be, it's still none of their business because honestly, they're not going to help you. So what's the point of you knowing? And why is it so important for them to know when they're not going to lift up a hand, pick up the phone and say if you are, and see if you are okay, if they can assist you any kind of way? My sister or my brother, are you going through hard times? Do you need me to help you? You're not asking because you care. You care. They're not asking because they want to offer you something. They offering because they nosy. They want to know your business so they can sit up and gossip with other people about you. They just nosy. They hating because your light's shining. Whoever you are, you started from the bottom. You started from the bottom. And you worked very hard for everything that you have. You've worked most of your adult life, you've had a job. Even before you were an adult, you probably had a job. Before you were legally 18 years old and became legally an adult, you had a job. You've been working most of your life. And you've worked hard. It's been some rough patches, but you still made it through because you know how to make it. You know how to make it through tough times. You know who to depend on. You know who to put your trust and your faith in, and that's God. And that's why you've made it through. It may have looked like it was easy. People looking from the outside don't really know what you have going on, but you were not given what you have. It wasn't given to you. You worked hard for it. You worked hard for everything that you have. And for someone to sit up and want to be nosy and in your business so they can have something to gossip about, I know that makes you angry. Because it would make me angry too. You calling me only to try to find out things about me so you can sit up and gossip? Who has the time of the day to do that? They got issues. They need to figure it out. You got time to sit up and watch someone all day trying to find out information about someone just so you can go and gossip and talk about other people's lives and what they got going on, when you should be concentrating on your own life and not someone else's. Nosy. A bad spirit on them, causing them to want to be in other people's business when they need to concentrate on themselves. God loves you. God has been protecting you, keeping you safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. And don't worry about these nosy people. Be careful of people just calling you up, only trying to see what you're doing or what you got going on in your life. They're gossipers. They just want to gossip and carry one thing from the other. You know, if you're not calling to check on me to see how I'm doing, you're not being genuine. You're not being authentic. You're calling just to be nosy so you can call another group of people and call me and to just call them to talk about me. We don't have a relationship. We're not friends. This is irrelevant. Go on with your life. Go find somebody else to gossip about. Be careful of the people that you call your friends. I don't feel like this is a family member. This is friend. This is just a mutual friend. And you thought they were cool. There's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. They know somebody you know. They know somebody you know. And they make it their business on a regular to call you several times out of the week, just to see what you got going on. And if you got any heartache, well, I was having a hard time with this, but I know God gonna fix it out, just so they can see what you got going on in your life, just so they can gossip about you, just so they can talk about you, not because they care. But God is protecting you. And you got to remember this, and I tell people this all the time, to the people that are the ones that are carrying the gossip. God knows the intentions of your heart. God knows that you're calling people up just to be nosy, to gossip to other people. God sees and knows everything. And do not ever think, because I know some people that carry the gossip is watching this. Don't you ever think that God is not holding you accountable for gossiping and talking about people just so you can have something to talk about, because you got the gift of gab. You love to gossip, love to talk. Okay? That spirit that's holding you bound. See, they don't understand. One thing about it is they're holding themselves back. They self back from receiving their blessings. Because they can't stop gossiping. Because they can't stop showing discord. You're showing discord. You're being unloyal to people that care about you. Because the people that you're talking about usually are very caring and loving. And probably would do anything for you. And you spending most of your time sitting up talking about them. And those would be the main people that got your back when you need it the most. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful how you treat people. Be careful of what you say about people. God knows the intentions of your heart. God knows, and he sees everything. And I'm going to tell you something. When God said vengeance is his, let him have it. I always, Lord, I'm going to let you have it. Because I'm going to tell you something. When God pays people back for doing wrong, it ain't like nothing that we can ever do. There was a lady, I'm going to tell you the story and I'm going to get off here. There was a lady who was in a relationship, and this was over a relationship with a guy. He was dating someone else. She knew it, but she wanted to be in a relationship with this guy. She did everything in her power to get the man, and in the end, she got him. She did. And the other woman, she harassed her. Called her, hung up on her, would call her phone and just hang up in her ear. Back in the day, I'm old, we actually had telephones where you can hang up on people and you can hear the click. Hang up on her, hang up on her. Have her kids to call the lady and curse this lady out, would treat her wrong, just to end up one day, this lady, years later, ended up deaf. Ended up, couldn't even hear in her ears no more. Couldn't even hear her ears no more. And died in not so good of a way. Died from an illness, from being sick. Very slow death, in pain, miserable before she left this earth. The other lady ain't had nothing to do with that. She had nothing to do with that. She was innocent. She didn't even know who that lady was. But I mean, when I tell you she harassed her all over a man, harassed her. She ended up with the man and married to the man. Had a child by the man and everything. She didn't even have to do what she did. But she was so evil and so spiteful. And she left this world. The same way she was evil and spiteful, she left this world miserable and could not hear before she left this earth. When I tell you people that God said vengeance is his, let him have it. And that was a true story. That was a true story. God loves you so much. He's always protecting you and keeping you safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Don't worry about your haters. Don't worry about them gossipers. God got them. God got them. But be careful of who you call your friends. Pay attention and use discernment. God loves you. I'm here to tell you he loves you. I'm here to tell you that he's protecting you from all hurt, harm, and danger. I am Liliana, one with the vision. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for the likes and the shares. Don't forget to share this message with someone who may need it. Remember that God loves you. And guess what? I love you too. God bless.